Rama Rama Hare Hare Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaye. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to our Saturday program. Добро пожаловать всем на нашу субботнюю программу. We are going to read from Bhagavad Gita. Мы сегодня читаем Бхагавад-гиту 9.1. Chapter 9, text number 1. Глава 9, текст 1. We have to organize translation, if it's possible. Мы можем как-то организовать перевод. Русские преданные, кто на английском говорит, кто-то может переводить с английского на русский для преданных? Наталья Матаджи, я вас вижу. Русские преданные, давайте мы сегодня сделаем такую особую сангу русскоязычную. Соберемся все вместе для того, чтобы у нас есть прекрасная Наталья Матаджи, она может переводить с английского. Мне будет просто так проще, чем на два языка. Если мы можем все вокруг нее как-то рядышком сесть, или Наталья сядет, и у нас будет отдельный русскоязычный перевод. Если вы можете рядом с Матаджи. Если у вас есть, если вы понимаете по-английски, то ничего страшного. Okay, we have translation. Yes, we have Thai, right? Hindi, Thai, and Mataji will. Okay, Nepali. We have a Thai, Nepali, and Hindi translation. So we have translation for all languages. Okay. So I will try to read English as usual, and you please read your own language. Okay? Я буду читать на английском, вы, пожалуйста, на своем языке, на русском, соответственно, да? Просто следуйте за текстом. This chapter is very important. Это очень важная глава. It's called Most Confidential Knowledge. Это очень сокровенное знание. Most Confidential Knowledge. Okay. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. One second, I will open here because my eyes is not so well. Idam tute guhyamamam. Idam tute guhyamamam. Pravakshyam anasuyave. Pravaksham anasuyave. Gyanam gyanana sahitam. Yadyana mokshaya shuvyat. Okay, let's try one more time. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Idam tute guhyatamam. Idam tute guhyatamam. Pravakshyam anusayave. Gyanam vigyana sahitam. Gyanam vigyanam sahitam. Yajgyana mokshat subhat. Yagyatva mokshyase shubhat. Okay, let's try one more time. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Idam tute guhyatamam. Pravakshyamyanusayave. Gyanam vigyana sahitam. Yagyana mokshaya subhat. Okay, Prabhuji. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Idam tute guhyatamam. Pravakshyamanusayave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yagnatmamokshasayava. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam tu te guhyatamam Pravakshana suyave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yagyana Moksha Se Shubhat. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam tu te guhyatamam Pravakshyamanusayave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yagyana Moksha Subhat. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam tu te guhyatamam Pravakshyamanusayave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yagnatmamokshaya Subhat. Okay. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Yadam tu te guhyatamam Pravakshyamanusayave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yagyatmamokshaya Subhat. Okay. Thank you so much. Very difficult, but we have to try all together. So I will read English. You please follow by your own language. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be revealed of the miseries of the material existence." Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki. As a devotee hears more and more about the Supreme Lord, he becomes enlightened. This hearing process is recommended in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The messages of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are full of potencies, and those potencies can be realized if topic regarding the Supreme Godhead are discussed among devotees. This cannot be achieved by the association of mental speculations or academic scholars, but it is realized knowledge. The devotees are constantly engaged in the Supreme Lord's service. The Lord understands the mentality and sincerity of the particular living entities who is engaged in Krishna consciousness and give him the intelligence to understand the signs of Krishna in the association of the devotees. Discussion of Krishna is very important. And if a fortunate person has such association and tries to assimilate the knowledge, then he will surely make advancement towards spiritual realization. Lord Krishna, in order to encourage Arjuna to higher and higher elevation in his potent service, describes in this 9th chapter more confidential than any he has already disclosed. The very beginning, the Bhagavad Gita, the first chapter is more or less an introduction of the rest of the book. And in the 2nd and 3rd chapter, the spiritual knowledge described is called confidential. Topics discussed in the 7th and 8th chapter are specially related to devotional service, and because they begin enlightenment and Krishna consciousness, they are called more confidential. But the matters which are described in the 9th chapter deal with unalloyed pure devotion. Therefore, this call is the most confidential. One who is stated in the most confidential knowledge of Krishna is naturally transcendental. He therefore has no material pangs, although he is in the material world. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is said that all true one has a science desire to render loving service to the Supreme Personality situated in a confidential state of material existence. He is not be considered liberated. Similarly, we shall find in the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, that anyone who is engaged in the way of liberation, he is a liberated person. Now, the first verse of specific significance. The word idam yanam refers to pure devotional service, which consists of 9 different activities: hearing, chanting, remembering, serving, worshipping, praying, obeying, maintaining friendship, and surrendering everything. By the practice of those 9 elements of devotional service, one is elevated to the spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness, which one heart is thus cleared of material contamination. One can understand the science of Krishna simply to understand that a living entity is not material, is not sufficient. That may be the beginning of spiritual realization. But one should recognize the difference between activities of the body and the spiritual activities of one who understands that he is not the body. In the 7th chapter, we have already discussed the opulent potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his different energies, the inferior of Supreme Nature, and all the material manifestation. Now in chapter 9, the glories of the Lord will be delighted. The Sanskrit word anasuve in this verse is also significant. Generally, the commentators, even if they are high scholarly, are all envious to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even the most erudite scholars write in Bhagavad Gita very inaccurately, because they are envious to Krishna. The commentators are useless. The commentators given by devotees of the Lord are bona fide. No one can explain Bhagavad Gita or give perfect knowledge to Krishna if he is envious. One who criticizes the character of Krishna without knowing him is a fool. So such commentaries should be very carefully avoided. For one who understands that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the pure or transcendental personality, this chapter will be very beneficial. Закончили? Om Agyana Timirang Yasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitanjana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamandhyam Dadati Svapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutede Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpa Tarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Welcome everyone again, and I'm very happy and very actually fortunate to be here among the devotees. So, and also, firstly, when we begin our class, we firstly pray. We do a lot of prayers and we chant a lot to seek the blessings of the Guru Parampara. It is very important because the knowledge, the transcendental knowledge that we are spreading is not coming from our human knowledge. This is the knowledge that we gain from our parampara, and we are very blessed to spread this knowledge. So please bless me that we can today discuss some important topics that will go from parampara, not from my material mind, but from the spiritual parampara. Okay, and if I will commit any mistakes, please forgive me. Okay, so as we read in Bhagavad Gita, the topic of text number 1 in chapter 9 is very important because it's talk about one very important quality is envy. So as Krishna explaining here in this text that he's giving this knowledge to Arjuna because he's not having envy, zavist, envy, zavist. So all of us, I think all the people wants to be happy. Nobody wants to suffer, no one wants to be sick or upset or feeling some kind of difficulties in life. Everybody wants to be happy. But then, as Krishna says here, that he's mentioned about envy, and Srila Prabhupada also mentioned that quality, that anarha, so many times, because this is our obstacles to become happy. So the person is looking for happiness, but at the same time, the envy is the opposite from happiness. It doesn't let person to be happy. So it's like you're shooting in your own legs. You want to be happy, but if you're envy, you cannot be happy. So from Bhagavad Gita, we know about two persons, very important. So first chapter of first text, we know about Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is questioning Sanjaya. Kim akurvata Sanjaya? What did they do? He's asking this. So we can see that Dhritarashtra is very anxious, he's unhappy, he's very stressed, he's not peaceful, that's why he's questioning, right? So we can see the Bhagavad Gita being spoken by Krishna 5,000 years ago, and now it's so different time, right? But the problems are the same. We stress, we have depression, we have anxiety, we are unhappy. So we can see Dhritarashtra is very stressed. Kima kurvata Sanjaya. He's asking Sanjaya, what did they do? But at the same time, Arjuna is asking Krishna, right, about what should I do? I have to kill my brothers, my guru, is also very stressed actually, right? So what is the difference between Dhritarashtra and Arjuna? They're both having so much stress. So what do you think, what is the difference? What do you think, what is the difference between Dhritarashtra and Arjuna? Arjuna will become devotee, right, of Krishna, like during the Bhagavad Gita. But from the beginning, it's the same. They come for the war. They know the war is going to happen. They both stressed, Dhritarashtra is in his castle, stressed, far away from the battlefield, and the Arjuna in the battlefield is very stressed as well. So they know the purpose of the fight. Dhritarashtra is so envy person. He's an envy to Krishna, to Pandavas from the beginning. And this envious doesn't make him happy. He cannot experience happiness. As we know, Dhritarashtra gained his throne because Pandava give him, right? So actually by the rule, Pandavas should take the throne after Dhritarashtra, but Dhritarashtra was so envious, he doesn't want to release, his power. Even it doesn't make him happy already, this power that he has, it doesn't make him happy, but he still doesn't want to release it. In material world, in our time, it's the same. We hold in something that doesn't serve us in a good purpose, but we still doesn't want to release it. We want to be happy, but we still hold in this. So we can see that Dhritarashtra, he only wants to know what is happening on battlefield because he wants to control what is happening. He wants to know that Pandavas will lose the war, and he still can continue to rule, to have this power, and his sons will continue to have this power. So he wants to control. And the other side is Arjuna is questioning, and he's very stressed, and he's questioning Krishna, about everything, about who I am, why should I kill this, my relatives, my brothers, my guru, why should I do that? And his position is not a controller. He wants to gain the knowledge, so he's a position as a disciple. He wants to learn the knowledge. So this is the difference. So inside Dhritarashtra's heart is pride, scared, right? He's afraid. That's why he's questioned. Inside Arjuna's heart is surrender, love to Krishna. So this feeling of envy we all experiencing in this material world. We all experiencing envy, or either we are envious to someone, or either other people to envious to us. But envy is everywhere. Even 5,000 years ago, it was the same. So this is very powerful kind of emotion that really destroy our life, destroy our bhakti. So it's like, for example, you want to be happy, but then you see somebody's doing better than you or having something that you don't have, and you cannot be happy because you have a desire to have it. So you become a more unhappy person because you are envious. Instead of to try to enjoy what you have, you envy to someone things. For example, maybe your friend buy a car or gain a good salary or good money, right? We become in envy, and this make us more unhappy. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that envy, it means that you're seeking for faults in other person that even there is no any mistakes in them. It's like envy is like when you're seeking when something wrong with the person that even he doesn't have it. You understand? That's like, I don't know how to explain. Like, yeah, the person have no dosh, but you look, you think, oh, I have a dosh, this no good in this person. This dosh, these mistakes we can see in other person because we have it. Because everything we see in other person is just like a kind of representation of what we have inside. I'll explain that. For example, we have, for example, many people that we know. For some people, we might experience envy, but for some people, no, right? Why is that? Like some qualities is touching our heart of the from the other people, and some qualities not touching.
कई लोग करते हैं इसको मुझे लगा है इसने बोला है मुझे अंदर कुछ हुआ है ऐसे लोग सोचते हैं कई लोग ऐसे नहीं सोचते हैं तो ऐसा क्यों?
So this is because we have these qualities, and envy make us to see these qualities in others.
हमारे अंदर में अहंकार भरा है ना इसलिए हम देखे ऐसे देखते हैं तो हमारा अंदर में अहंकार वो नहीं है तो ऐसे ना देखते हैं.
So we are watching like from the lens of the anarthas to other people. That's why we can see these qualities and we are experiencing that. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, I will explain you this knowledge because you're not having envy in your heart. So you can understand the Bhagavad Gita, you can understand the knowledge. Otherwise, this envy is like a protection to us to understand the spiritual knowledge. If we have an envy and we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we will not understand anything because like we have this envy inside our heart. It's like Srila Prabhupada is mentioning in the commentary for this text. He's saying that so many people is commentary about Bhagavad Gita, but this commentary is useless because these people that doing commentary for the Bhagavad Gita, they have envy in their hearts. So this commentary is useless. They don't understand the knowledge. So very quick test or very quick exam we can do for ourselves to understand, do we have this envy in our heart, right? Because for sure many of us thinking like, oh, I don't have an envy, or like, I don't never experience in that. But very quick test to know if we have this envy in our heart. The test is very easy. Like for example, when you see other person, like something like maybe he's singing good, or he buy a car, or he's looking better than us, or he has some qualities that we want to have, and then we have, for the first reaction, we have like criticizing or finding the dosha in his action, or we like trying to say that, oh, he's not so good, or maybe she's wearing like this because, you know, whatever reason, you know, we started to criticize. This is the sign that we have an envy. So when we see that somebody is doing something better than us, and we starting to criticize, like, yes, she's a good singer, but you know, she's like this, or you know, they have a car, but we are devotee, you know, or you know, they're going to travel, but you know, it's like we have to preach. Why do we have to enjoy? Like, if you start to criticize, that means you have an envy in your heart. So we have to be careful with this knowledge, because Krishna is explaining this is the obstacle from being happy to understand the Bhagavad Gita. If we will not carefully check ourselves to having this, then Krishna, you know, may take this bhakti from this small piece of taste. He can take it for some time from us. We can never lose the spiritual knowledge we gain. But as we know, when Krishna was dancing with the gopi, you know, when gopis start to feel like, oh, Krishna is with us, you know, the Krishna will always stay, then Krishna disappeared, right? For some time, not for a long time, but he showed that you cannot have any kind of these feelings, you know, because this is destroying your relationship with Krishna. Okay, so what is the upaya? What is the solution for this? So the upaya is to serve the devotees. This is the upaya. Especially when you feeling this particular envy feeling to person that you know, it's not like, for example, some people, they're envious by the nature, you know, they're jealous to everyone, to this person, this, everybody, he's envious to everything. But some people, in January, they're not an envy person, but sometimes they might experience this to someone particularly. So if you're feeling you that kind of envious person to anybody, you know, like you're envious to everybody, you're always criticizing, you're always unhappy what people are doing, that means you have many anarthas in your heart. And then you have to do seva, a lot of seva to purify your heart. And do a lot of chanting to purify your heart. If you're feeling that this envy feeling to some particular person that you experience it, maybe one person in your life or two person in your life, you have to start to serve this person. So by the slowly processing this serving, devotional serving, we can purify our hearts. So it's very, very important to do seva. You know, we're not coming to just listen, because listening is shravanam, is also service. But we have to do physical service. You know, helping in the temple, helping to devotees, serving to other people, preaching. This is all processing that will help us to purify our heart. सेवा से ही हमारा मन शुद्ध हो सकता है। अक्सर सेवा श्रवण करते हैं, जानते हैं श्रवण करने से हमारा मन थोड़ा शुद्ध हो जाता है। बात ये अक्सर सेवा ये सब सेवा करने से ही हमारा मन शुद्ध हो जाता है। So it's like opposite. We cannot serve because we are envy, and to clear this envy, we have to serve. कोई नहीं मिलता तो हमारा मिशन को सेवा करनी चाहिए। Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so if we have any questions, I can try to answer. Если есть какие-то вопросы, пожалуйста, ответьте.
Somehow we have to see like some devotee like they are like devotee, and then we can like jealous like oh they we can see like they are like good devotee of Krishna. We can jealous like that. Yeah.
So if I understand, but what is the question?
Like, that one I
also jealous or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Mataji asked, for example, if we're jealous to other devotee that he's so devotee, and we experience that envy that he's devotee and I want to be same devotee like him, is that also considering as a jealousy or envy or not? А вопрос был в том, что Матаджи спросила, если мы, например, видим другого преданного, который очень хороший преданный, и мы начинаем завидовать, что он такой преданный Кришне, а я не такой преданный Кришне, это тоже рассчитывается как зависть или нет? Basically, it's still jealousy, and we have to kind of check ourselves. Do we want to, for example, want to be like this person, and we are starting to serve this person to become, to get this quality. For example, we want to associate with this person, we want to chant kirtan together, we want to make friends with him, we want to serve him. So this means, this is not jealousy, but this like we want to build the quality that he has. So then we have to associate with this person, then we can build this quality. But if we are seeing that he's a good devotee, and our jealousy make us criticize, to make aparadha to this, right, make offenses to this person, that means this is the quality we have to work with and still serve this devotee to maintain this feeling. Я, может, переведу ответ. Ответ очень простой, то есть у нас ситуация, когда мы видим, что другой преданный очень преданный, и мы не понимаем, да, то есть эта зависть, она разрушительна по отношению к этому преданному, или эта зависть, она позитивная. И здесь надо проверить себя. Первое, это позитивная, как бы это даже не зависть. Когда мы видим другого человека, нас привлекают его качества, и мы как будто бы думаем, что мы ему завидуем. Но на самом деле мы просто хотим развить в себе эти качества. Например, быть более добрым, быть более сострадательным, быть более милосердным, например. И тогда мы должны себя проверить, у меня есть желание с этим преданным соприкасаться, у меня есть желание с ним общаться, сидеть, пить чай, там, вкушать что-то, находиться с ним рядом. То есть это один вид. То есть если у нас есть желание развить отношения с этим преданным, чтобы получить эти качества в своей жизни, стать более каким-то таким, чему мы якобы позавидовали, то это один вид. То это не зависть, это то, что мы хотим развить эти качества в себе. Но если мы видим преданность другого преданного, и мы начинаем его критиковать и думать, не, ну он, конечно, преданный, но что-то вот там не так у него, доти одето, не в той надежде, он там не помылся, может быть, какое-то пятно. То есть мы начинаем критиковать, мы начинаем искать поводы, что да, он хороший, преданный, но... Да, там. То есть тогда это значит, что мы завидуем. То есть основной смысл, что зависть, это тогда, когда мы начинаем, видя что-то, что нам нравится, или, допустим, видя что-то или кого-то, мы начинаем критиковать. Вот это и есть зависть. Но если мы, видя что-то или кого-то, хотим быть частью этого и начинаем служить этому человеку, хотим быть рядом с ним для того, чтобы тоже развить эти качества, узнать как, то это позиция ученика, мы хотим научиться, как это делать. То есть в этом разница. So this is the position of disciple, of Arjuna. We want to be this person to learn how to be the same, to learn to gain this quality or to build this quality in our life. So this is the difference. Okay? Okay, вопрос? Так, хорошо. А вопрос в чем заключается? Ну, здесь очень сложный момент, потому что есть моменты перевода. Я не говорила, что в бхакти это тяжелая работа, что сева это тяжелая работа. То есть я не об этом говорила. Немножко смысл был в другом. В том, что качества зависти, они мешают нам развивать бхакти, быть счастливым, потому что это противоположные вещи. То есть Кришна объясняет в Бхагавад-гите, что мы не можем быть счастливы, мы не можем понять это знание, если у нас есть зависть. Поэтому он Арджуне рассказывает, а не Дритарашке. Потому что Дритарашке есть зависть, он хочет сохранить свою власть, он хочет, чтобы передалось все пандавам. А Арджуна, он позиция ученика, он хочет понять, да, в чем его долг, зачем он приходит сюда на это сражение. То есть позиция ученика. И я вот это объясняю, что мы должны четко отслеживать это чувство зависти, потому что если чувство зависти есть, как вы сказали, мы не можем спокойно служить, потому что мы думаем, что от меня все зависит, мы начинаем накидывать себе на плечи очень много какой-то ответственности, что все зависит от меня. Мы пытаемся быть контролирующим, а контролирующий это Дритараштра, он пытается контролировать. Мы эти качества позначили в лекции, что Дритараштра контролирует, Арджуна позиция ученика, в этом их большая разница. Поэтому, если мы идем по линии Дритараштры и пытаемся контролировать все, то это очень большая проблема, мы не сможем продвинуться ни в духовном служении, ни в счастье. То есть мы не материально себя счастливо чувствовать не будем, если есть зависть. Потому что зависть разрушает, она разъедает человека изнутри. И если мы, наоборот, занимаем позицию ученика, мы хотим приобрести что-то, узнать, спрашиваем, зачем или почему, потому что мы действительно хотим узнать ответ и использовать этот ответ в своей жизни, то это немножко другое. То есть здесь нет речи о тяжелой работе. То есть служение как тяжелая работа может рассматриваться в том случае, если мы как бы пытаемся контролировать это служение, мы пытаемся слишком схватиться за него, да, и там отбиваемся от преданных, когда моем посуду, нет, я буду служить, нет, я буду служить, как бы вот это уже тяжелая работа, потому что мы думаем, что мы что-то контролируем. The Mataji is asking, actually it was not a question that she just was like explaining her thoughts that about controller and about devotee, right? The Dhritarashtra was a controller and Arjuna was devotee. So when you controller, everything is heavy for you, everything, because you're trying to control the thing that you cannot control, right? You're trying to control your seva. Oh, I'm doing this service, you know. If, for example, very easy example, maybe you're in the temple every time doing the same service. Maybe you're giving the books, or maybe you're cleaning something, or maybe you're cutting or helping, whatever, right? And then maybe you do this every day, right? Or maybe you give a lecture or kirtan, for example. And then one day you come to the temple and then somebody is doing this service, right? You're very angry, you're very unhappy about this because you're trying to control. So your seva is becoming not a seva, it's becoming your duty, your work, your job. You know, this is my duty. I'm giving the books every time. Why are you giving? You know, so this is not a seva. This is not a position of our student. The seva is when you see somebody is doing your duty, you're thinking, oh, I have to see how he's doing that. Why they choose him, and then maybe I can learn something from him. You know, this is the position of the disciple. So he's not trying to control, you know, and he will find another seva to do. You know, there's so many service always everywhere. So this is the position. Я привела простой пример о том, что если мы, например, в храме очень часто бывает, когда один и тот же человек приходит, он находит какое-то свое маленькое служение. Он, например, там стульчики расставляет, или тарелки собирает, или там коврики собирает, или книжки раздает, или он киртан поет. И, предположим, он это делает постоянно. Делает там раз, два, три. А потом он приходит какой-то день, и кто-то делает это вместо него. Кто-то вдруг почему-то вместо него поет киртан, почему-то вместо него вдруг раздает книги или моет посуду. И у него позиция сразу же контролирующего. Это моя работа, это мое служение. Почему кто-то делает это? То есть это позиция дритарашки, я контролирую, это не сервис. Если мы начинаем смотреть с позиции, о, он это делает, дай-ка я посмотрю, как он это делает. Может быть, я могу чему-то научиться. А почему он это делает? Может быть, он это делает лучше меня, да? Посмотреть, понаблюдать или найти себе другое служение. Это сева, это служение. Это когда мы хотим делать что-то для Кришны. Когда мы делаем что-то ради того, чтобы это моя работа, это мы делаем для себя. Для того, чтобы свое эго напитать. И вот здесь мы должны четко это отслеживать. Окей? Шрила Прабхупада ки джай.